Canadians need more accessible, affordable, inclusive, and high-quality childcare. Recognizing the urgency of this challenge, the government will make a significant, long-term, sustained investment to create a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system.
So what exactly does that mean for you? I'm joined now by Ahmed Hussen. He's the Minister of Families, Children and Social Development. He's here in Ottawa. Hi, Minister. Good to see you again. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank you for having me.
So that phrase, the government will make a significant long-term sustained investment to create a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system. Does that mean universal childcare in Canada?
What it means is giving parents an opportunity to have access to affordable, quality, and accessible childcare. It is time. This is something that is a consensus that has been built between business, parents, labor, policymakers of all stripes. They believe that now is the time for Canada to embark finally on building a nationwide early learning and childcare system. And I think the ambition is there, and we've laid the foundation through our investments in the past and in the present, but now is the time to build a national childcare system in Canada.
I'm still unclear though on what exactly that means. You said in the speech that it will learn from the model that already exists in Quebec, which is heavily subsidized. It ends up costing you around $18 a day, let's say right now. Is that what you're looking for across the country?
I think Quebec will inform us on some of the things that they got right and some of the things that they've learned from their early steps. But I think we can also learn from other countries that went down this path. The aim is to provide parents with the opportunity to participate in the workplace and to have access to affordable and quality childcare. And by the way, this is an opportunity for us as a society to also close the gap between men and women participation in the workplace. Having access, especially for mothers, to a quality and accessible and affordable childcare will literally close the gap between men and women in this country. And it is time that we did this. And the federal government is demonstrating today that we have that ambition, and we want to bring leadership to this file and create a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system, of course in partnership with our provincial and territorial counterparts.
Respectfully, Minister, I think everything you said would be widely accepted by Canadians and believed to be true. But having an ambition to do something is very different than actually doing it. At this juncture, it sounds like you can't provide Canadians with exactly what that program will look like. I take the point that you're making the promise only now in the throne speech, but your government has been promising for years to improve access to childcare. And in fact, you've already done that to a certain degree. But
yes,
what will change for Canadians with this announcement tangibly?
What will change is, first of all, I mean, just to put it into context, we have created thousands and thousands of affordable childcare spaces. We still have the commitment to create hundreds of thousands of more affordable before and after school programs. We've provided over $1 billion just this fiscal year to provinces and territories on early learning and childcare. Vastly more money this year than previous years, record amounts of money, again, to shore up this sector. But I think what the throne speech today indicated is that we're building on this foundation to finally have a Canada-wide system. Now, what that would look like, of course, will be in partnership with provinces and territories. But what I can assure you, at least for now, is that we will move very, very quickly to immediately create a number of substantial new spaces that are both affordable, accessible, and quality childcare across the country, and then build on that over the next number of years to finally create a system in Canada in which every parent that needs access to quality and affordable childcare will be able to do so. This will obviously take time, and the details will emerge in the fiscal update in the fall. But I can tell you that the ambition will be backed by the foundation that we've built, but also resources that we will bring to the table to ensure that we finally have a national childcare system in this country, something that is way long overdue and something that should have happened much, much earlier.
So when you say over a number of years, how many years? How long will it take for this promise to be realized?
It'll take a number of years. It's hard to predict now, but I can assure you that part of what we are trying to do is show early momentum and early results for Canadians who are expecting us to deliver on this. This is something that both business and labor agree on. We have to deliver for Canadians so that they can have access to this, and secondly, the economic case for childcare has been established beyond a reasonable doubt. Uh, Having access to early learning and childcare is an economic plus to our country. It enables folks to join the labor market. For those who are already working, for women who are already working in part-time jobs, it enables them to go to full-time, to take more hours. And it pays for itself more than over and over again. Quebec went from being the last province in Canada in terms of female participation in the workforce to being number one after they introduced a very accessible and quality childcare system. They're not perfect, but we will learn from their successes and build on that, and in conjunction with provinces and territories, and also learn from the international context. The OECD has done a lot of work, and I've been talking to my international counterparts on how exactly they got through this and established a system that finally gave an opportunity to women to close the gap between men and women in the workforce, but also gave quality early learning to kids, because this is also about the children.
Yeah, actually, Minister, you don't even have to look internationally. In Canada, so many studies have been conducted on this. The federal Liberals, in fact, started and stopped 3 separate programs to initiate nationwide better access to childcare. Like I said, though, they stopped it. They never followed through on it. What you're promising today, what you're describing today, like I said, it sounds really good. And I know the idea will be well received by Canadians, but you can't even provide a timeline for when they can expect it to, you can just say a number of years, and there have been decades of this being evident.
I can demonstrate to you our record. Since 2015, we've created 40,000 affordable childcare spaces. We're on track to create an additional 250,000 before and after school spaces. $7.5 billion commitment already in this sector. This is what you've heard in the throne speech, is to build on that real tangible foundation that we've set for Canada, to now say, okay, now is time that in order for us to recover better, we have to ensure that we're not going backwards in terms of women's participation in the labor market, in terms of inclusion of those who are unable to afford childcare, and in terms of making sure that every young citizen in our country gets the best possible start in life. How do you do that? You do that by investing in a national Canada-wide childcare system. Of course, you cannot do that alone. We need the provinces and territories to work with us to get there. What we will bring to the table is the ambition, the commitment, the proof that we've started the foundation, and the resources.
Yeah, what about the resources? How much is the federal government willing to provide on this?
We will dedicate substantial amounts of resources in this system to create an early learning. Well, no, I mean, what I mean by that is a substantial amount of money to create this Canada-wide system, because we will gain much more as a society for every dollar that we will invest in setting up a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system. We will gain much more as a society and as an economy. And you will, of course, find out the exact dollar amounts in the fiscal update to come. But I can assure you that today is a new day. We've turned the page, and we are saying to Canadians that your government, the government of Canada, will establish a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system to ensure that each and every parent has access to affordable, quality, and accessible childcare in Canada. It is time to do that, and we're going to get it done.
Okay, I look forward to more details on that. Thank you, Minister Hussen. I appreciate your time this evening. Ahmed Hussen is the Minister of Families, Children, and Social Development. Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.